So we're going to go over skill 1 that you need to master for passing this class. So first one, we're going to go over examples that you will be simplifying polynomial expressions, which requires you to be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So let's go ahead and look at our first example. This is not on your handout. This is different problems. So the way we treat this first problem is we're going to look at the parentheses. We cannot combine anything inside the parentheses. We have to watch out for this subtraction here, because we have to go ahead and distribute it. So whenever you have a negative outside a parenthesis, you have to multiply it in. That's what we're going to be doing here. So there's nothing outside of this one, so this first parenthesis will stay exactly the same. We can just drop the parentheses. For the second one, that negative gets distributed in, so it becomes a negative 8x and a positive 7. Again, we have a negative times a negative, which gives us a positive. Then we just go ahead and combine like terms. The x squares can go together because they both have an x and a square. 6 minus 8 is going to give us negative 2x squared. And the 8 and the 7 combined, they're both positive, so that's going to give us a 15. So my final answer is negative 2x squared plus 15. Let's go ahead and look at number 2, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and try this one. This one has a plus sign outside of it, so nothing is going to be affected to its right. The first parenthesis has nothing on the outside, so we can just recopy this one as we see it without changing anything. Then we go ahead and just combine like terms. So I can go ahead and combine the higher powers first. The 2x squared combines with absolutely nothing, so I just bring it down. Then I can combine the 3x with the negative 8x. Make sure you look at those signs. 3 minus 8 is negative 5x. And then the negative 3 combines with a negative 7. We get negative 10. That's my final answer. Let's go ahead and look at number 3. So here we have multiple polynomials. First one, nothing happens to it because of nothing's outside the parentheses, so I just bring it down the way I see it. Next one has a subtraction on the outside, so I have to distribute. So I'm going to multiply by a negative to every single piece. It's going to be 3 times. So I'm going to have negative 8, negative 6b squared, and positive 8b. Now for the last one, I have a positive outside. Nothing changes because multiplying by a positive doesn't do anything to the problem. Then I just go ahead and combine like terms. So in this case, I have to be careful because there's a whole bunch of stuff down here. I don't want to get myself too confused. So I'm going to start with the higher powers. The negative 6b and the positive 7, subtract, you get 1b squared. You don't need the 1, technically. We're going to go ahead and combine the b's now. This b here, 8b, 3b, and there's actually one more up here. So 8 plus 3 will give us 11. Take away 2 will give us positive 9b's. And then we finish it off by combining the 3 that's by itself with the 4 and the 8. That's negative. So 4 plus 3, which are both positive, is 7. Take away 8 is negative 1. And that is my final answer here. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to go ahead and erase that piece because I'm going to need the space for it. So I'm going to go ahead.